Hey guys, how's it going? I am the ConflictNerd. Hello and welcome back to Oort Online and welcome to Let's Build a Castle episode 13. We are an awkward teenager now. We're gonna get spots. We're gonna be wanting to listen to metal and revolt against our parents, or at least that's what teenagers are supposed to do, right? I never really went through that whole well, I did go through that awkward teenager phase. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyway, what we're doing today, with a very sore throat again, just as an FYI, we are just sort of tweaking the farmhouse here. We built this in the previous episode, and I did say that I wasn't entirely convinced by the roof on this. I thought it needed a sloped roof, and it needed a roof that wasn't just the wood that we've been using on every other house-type building. So I figured that having a nice sloped roof using the dark gravel would just contrast the nice bright walls and the bright wood that's in the frame there, and sort of complement the cobblestone, or the cobbly block, whatever you call it. I think it's just cobblestone. It would sort of complement that's just at the kind of accenting the walls along the bottom of each wall. So I think it looks pretty good. I think it does the job. This was one hell of a process to do, though it took a really long time. That cut there was actually cutting out everything else and just having the finished house. Although the next step was, I suppose the next step was just to come down and start doing a path and planning out where all of the farms were going to go. This is something I talked about in the last episode. I didn't actually put any farms in during the last episode because I wasn't quite sure how to do them, but someone did give me the idea, and I'm sorry I've forgotten your username, but you told me to use the leaves as crops, and it turns out that that actually works really well, as we're about to see. What we're doing just here is having a path that does actually lead up to the house there. You can sort of glimpse inside the house and see that there's actually nothing there, but with all of that pathing done, it was time to just come in here and get rid of all of the grass, because I wanted a base of dirt. I didn't want any grass here, I just wanted dirt on its own that I could put stuff on top of to look like crops. And it looks kind of good, actually. I don't know what it is, but there's something about the dirt that just looks nice here and sort of does a reasonable job, and I kind of like how this all looks. I think it might be the fact that I don't just have square farms, but there you go. You can see me putting in the leaves, using those as crops. I think it looks good. I don't know, what do you think of the leaves? Do you think they work? Because, I don't know, I believe that they work. Anyway, off in the distance there, you can see me just going ahead and getting rid of all the crap that's sort of around this area, just opposite where the farmhouse is and the first field. We're actually going to be putting in more fields on this side, as I said we'd be doing in the previous episode. We're going to make this whole area just into a farmland. Just fields everywhere, farmhouses everywhere. It's going to look absolutely fantastic. I did discover, though, while building all of this, that there's someone, where you're looking from right now, off to the right, someone started building something. So I'm going to have to find out who that is and be like, yo, buddy, can you get lost, or, you know, not destroy my castle, please? So someone has found my castle, which I'm not sure how to feel about that, honestly. It's got me a little bit nervous, but hopefully there won't be too many issues. Just cutting there to get rid of all the rest of the wool. It took a really long time to get rid of all that wool. There's nothing that can get rid of wool quickly yet, so it does take quite some time. Filling in the terrain just to make everything look good and get everything nice and flat. There's still a fair bit of terrain work to go. We still have to put in a load more logs and, you know, the walls of wood that we have around the place. We've still got 2 more of those to go in, and we're actually starting to get rid of the land here in prep for putting another one in, which we should be about to do any second now. I actually really like these wood walls. I don't know what they remind me of, but they just sort of, they're perfect for what I want. They don't stand out too much. They don't look like they're going to be there forever because they're not made of stone. And they just do exactly what I wanted them to do, and that is accent these fields of whatever it is. You can use your imagination to work out what the crops are going to be, but for me it's just fields of leaves at this point. I suppose they could be bushes, or they could be growing grapes or something. I don't know. What do grapes grow on? Do they grow on, like, tall hedges, or is it trees? I can't remember, but whatever it is, we'll say it's a vineyard or something like that, because this is what a vineyard looks like. I've played Grand Theft Auto 5 and I've been in that vineyard, so it's a vineyard. That's what it's going to be. We're going to provide all of Oort Online with wine. The finest Oortian wine that has ever existed is what will come out of this vineyard, what will come out of our castle. It's really interesting, actually, that we're doing all this you know, making a vineyard, or making these farms, I suppose it's not really a vineyard, but making this whole farm area as part of the castle series. I feel like I probably should have just called this Let's Build a Town. But I think Let's Build a Castle works, because this all complements the castle. You know, this is where the castle gets its food from. The houses and market are the kind of center of the castle. That's the public area. It looks really good. But anyway, back to the build at hand. You can see there we've sort of finished up the actual farm area there, and then it was time to come around and just finish off the wall of wood, because I sort of cheated with it there, and I sort of just did it along the top just so I could see what I was doing, but I did have to go in, get rid of all the stone, all the dirt, and bring the wood down again. And at this point, I thought I was done, but I sort of realized I had this little area that I'm working in now, and I wanted to do something with it, so I just dug it out, I put down more dirt, and this is just another little strip of the leaves to make the whole thing just look that little bit more complete. So I suppose this section is the Minas Tirith of farms. It's got that kind of tiered thing going on, and I'm really happy with how it looks. It's Minas Tirith, but it's worse, basically. And that's going to be it. There's a finished view of the farms. That's what we've done today. I think it looks really good. I'm really happy with how they turned out. So to the person that suggested the leaves as the crop, thank you very much. It looks absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't be happier with it. Anyway, folks, that is going to be it for this episode. Episode 14 will be up very soon. I've been the Conflict Nerd. As always, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comment section below. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.